Hey guys, good morning. Dave Santarelli here from the Santarelli Trading Exchange. A little late getting to the videos this morning. We are in the trade room. Wanted to watch over the markets. Our Square trade is doing extremely well. As you guys can see here over the left, Square, excuse me there. We jumped in right when it had the 10-20 cross. We had consolidation. First candle above that, we were in. That trade's doing well. We were in a couple Square trades, I think, there. They're doing great. We also just jumped in the Nvidia trade. We jumped in Nvidia. I actually got a couple of trades on this. One of them is the Nvidia 230 strike call, November 29th. And then also in Sophia's account, got the Nvidia November 29th 220 strike calls. And those ones are up. Let me see. That trade currently is up 17%. The one laggard this morning is Walmart. Walmart's pulling me back a little bit today. Still up, though, over $2,000 for the day. Incredible day. At the highs, I was up nearly $4,000 this morning. Qualcomm still getting a rise. Disney has a nice pop today, guys. Disney came out with their numbers. They made over $350 million in revenue this past weekend from their movie Frozen 2. That's looking good here. Over to the right, here's the Disney chart. It's still within that consolidation box, though. So I'm looking for a candle above 149.50. If Disney could possibly get above 149.50 today, I'm going to enter into another trade on Disney. We're already into a trade. We have the Disney March 20th, 2020 150 strike call that we picked up for $765 a contract. We're in that one, and then also got a smaller trade here for this week's expo. Disney 149 strike call for the November 29th expo, and that one's in my daughter's account. So let me go into the trade room quick here. First, tell them that we are live.
What's that one?
Alrighty, there we go. Just shared that in the trade room there. That looks great. Alrighty, so on that video that I have there, the live streaming video, let me see here. I can't really see anything yet. Okay. I just made a comment there on the YouTube chat. Wanted to make sure you guys could hear me, see everything fine. Just let me know. Qualcomm. Alrighty, what else I wanted to share with you guys? Let's go over Uber here, and we're going to go over Nvidia. Nvidia just had a ton of upgrades today. JP Morgan Chase just upgraded them to $239 a share. Last week they had a lot of upgrades coming in as well. Price target increases. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Eric. Great news. Guys, also take a look. This morning we jumped into Uber. I think it was either the 20th or the 21st. And everything was looking great. We had the first cross above the 10. The MACD crossed as well. And everything was looking good there. So this morning, Uber was down to $28.30 a share. And people were worried. We have the January expo for Uber trade. And the thing I wanted to share with you guys, there's a reason, there's explanations why we get certain expirations we get. Uber, you could see I didn't jump in the weekly. We were day trading the weekly expo, but as far as the swing trade goes, I felt we needed a little bit more time for that. There was still a lot of news that the market needed to absorb from Uber, and it looked like we had a nice base support there right around 26 a share in the recent time here. So that was looking good. It looked like a nice hook pattern setup. We had the shaft here. We had the base support at 26, and now we have the hook forming. And the thing is, this morning it was down below the 20-day SMA on the daily chart, but we climbed and we had a successful bounce off that 20 SMA. So my goal for Uber here is that it continues to climb. Our next resistance is going to be right at the 50-day SMA. Also, we have some resistance right around 30, 50 to 31 a share. So we break that 31, and 34 is looking really clear for that January expo. So still plenty of time. Uber's looking great. I might add to that position as well. Disney is still looking great here, still on the climb. As you guys can see, this is the daily chart. We switch it over here to the 1 minute today chart, and you can see that we're holding that the 1020 here and continuing to climb now. So next target's going to be right around, let's say we'll go with day's high, 149.40. So there's that climb right now. There's that candle bouncing off that 1020 SMA, which is like clockwork, and it's continuing to run there. Now our Nvidia trade, guys, Nvidia, let's take a look at this chart. Still steadily increasing throughout the day, although smaller from the morning run. And now you see why the morning, stocks are a little bit more volatile and you see a little bit more action. We went from 215.50 a share all the way up to 221 a share within 20 minutes of the trading day. And then after that 20 minutes, it's just been trading within a tight range here. But now it's starting to pick up here. So maybe after the lunch hours here, we'll see Nvidia start to take its next move higher. I'm honestly thinking 230 to 240 a share by this week's expo with Nvidia, and with options that could be a hell of a return. So far right now with the unrealized gains, I have smaller day, only got about, only up about $1,100 in this account for today. It's going up between $1,100 and $1,400, but $1,100 profit for the day so far in that account. Sophia's account's up another $2,000-some $100, so that's looking great. And let me look here. Nvidia up nearly 5%. Tesla is another one I was watching that. Tesla has an order, $150,000 order from their event there for those new pickup trucks. Now think about this. If you're having a $5,000 to secure your pickup from Tesla, $5,000, multiply that by $150,000, and that's $750 million Tesla just brought in just from those orders alone. And they didn't even deliver a single truck yet, and they just brought in $750 million from those back orders. That's incredible news for Tesla. That's why you're seeing Tesla start to climb here. I like that news, like that event. I'll be watching this. This could be a really good trade for this week's expo. As a matter of fact, let's look at the option chain here. And if we take a look at the option chain, if we go with the November 29th expo, the 340 strike calls are going for about 390, 345, 220. They're still quite expensive, but if we did something like a spread buy to open, sell to open, let's see here. I want to do something for this week. Let's take a look at the November 29th. 337.50, 340. Now this is not a bad trade. This is going for, let's say, $1.08. We'll round it up to $1.10. $1.10 would be worth $2.50. That's a max net. 2.5. Divide that by 1.1. That's a max net return of 127%. You'll have 127% return on this spread as long as Tesla's above 340 a share. So if you bought 10 contracts, 10 multiply that. The midpoint $1.10 or $1.15, whatever it is, $1.10 right now. You have to multiply that by 100 since there's 100 shares in a contract. Just going over, we had a few new members sign up. So this midpoint here, $1.10, you would put that right here, $1.10. There's 100 shares per contract, so you have to multiply that. That's going to cost $110 per contract. Okay, so if we have 10 contracts then of this spread, 110 times 10, that's going to come out to a $1,100 trade. So it's going to cost you $1,100, but on November 29th, if Tesla's above 340, that $1,100 is now going to be worth $2,500, as long as Tesla is above 340 a share. So that small trade, 10 contracts for $1,100, could be worth $2,500, which is 127% return as long as Tesla's above 340 a share. Now, I like that trade idea, but Tesla's been so tough to trade. It's really a tricky stock because it has big swings. As you can see already today, from 335 to 345, that's a $10 move right there alone, you know, which was over 4%. And it moves like that on a normal basis. So you got to keep that in mind. We locked in our Google profits. If you guys remember last week, we had the Google puts, and you know, the next day she climbed a bit, but then we ended up taking, you know, the market ended up taking a dive there, and those Google puts made some money. Closed that out for a nice profit. Now Google's up about 1.2% today. Let's take a look at that chart. Now, guys, here's another beautiful chart setup. I mean, look at this, how perfect it is. So we had breakout momentum. We profit taking, retraced back down to that 10 SMA. We had another breakout momentum, profit taking, retracement back down to that 10. We had another breakout, profit taking, retracement back down to that 10. Breakout, and we had our first candle below that 10, consolidated a bit here, so the consolidation box is right here, and if we get another green candle tomorrow, that's a signal that we're going to continue to run and look for that next resistance area of right around 1330 to 1335. So if you wanted to be premature and have a premature entry here, you could jump in and get something like the 310 strike call for Google. And if you look here, you could go with the November 29th. I like having time on your side as always. That's the best thing you could do. But if you wanted to do something shorter term, you could look at the 1310 strike for going for 825. So 825 plus 825, that's 1650. 1650 plus 1310, that's going to be 1326, is going to be your 100% return area. So at 1326.50, you're going to have a 100% return on that trade. At least, because you're still going to have extrinsic time value on your side as well. That's going to be built into that premium. So that's a really nice trade setup, guys. If we take a look at the today 1 minute, you can see Google is really fiercely breaking out here from 1300 to 1310 in a short amount of time. 10:06, it's less than an hour ago, and she's already climbed 10 points there. So that's a really nice setup, guys. I like that, and I'm going to be looking at something, maybe a Google trade for this afternoon here. Take a look at the general markets, diamond and Qs. As you can see here on the diamond ETF, that's why I just came to this. I was looking at the other chart. We just had a turnaround here. Now it is coming up to be the lunch hour, so it just might be some normal selling pressure going into lunch. But we're going to watch the size of these candles and the selling pressure we have here. If we have red candle below body of previous red candle here, you know, that's going to be a little bit worrisome for me. So I'll keep an eye on that. There's the diamond. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs, we're still holding that 50 SMA. It's not doing too much compared to the diamond ETF. Diamond ETF is in real BDM breakdown momentum right now. As you can see, you have the MACD cross, you have the 10 crossing below the 20 right here, then you have the 10 crossing below the 50, and now you're in BDM. But like I said, it's not something I would jump and make a trade on because this is normal for lunchtime hours, you know, so just going to hold off on that. Our Square trade is now up 54%, up 75% for the day, 54% total overall now, and that's looking great. Our Disney trade's up 5%. Our Nike spread is looking incredible. We have the 93.94 vertical call spread for the November 29th expo, just above 94 today. That's still looking good. Nike retraced a little bit, down 29 cents, 0.31%. Do you guys have anything you'd like me to go over or look at here? I think it's Monday. It's still a pretty slow start to the week here, so not going to force some trades there. I do like, look at Master Trade. Master Trade's a hell of a setup too. If we take a look at the daily chart here, this looks like we want to get back up to that 290 to 295 area. And as you can see, this is another one. What happened here? We had the 1020 cross, first candle above the 1020.50 SMA right here. This is our confirmation candle for entry at 277. You're entering with MasterCard. It's holding that 10 SMA the entire time here. It pulled back, it retraced back down for profit taking for a couple of days, retraced back down to that 10 SMA, had that successful bounce and continuing to climb there. And that's the beauty of our trade plan, guys. You know, like we could kind of get a view for what's going on and the momentum in that stock, in that chart. Let's see what the options are looking like for MasterCard. Usually they're pretty cheap. Microsoft's another one I'd like to take a look at. Microsoft is above 150.75 right now. 150.76 a share. Let's see, MasterCard, November 29th. I'd like to go into the December 20th. See, this is just a really beautiful chart pattern here. I would pick up the 285 strike calls are really cheap here. Disney continuing to climb. I need to see Walmart start to climb here. We do have a trade on Walmart, and that's the one stock that's bringing me down today. As you can see, right now it's currently below the 50 SMA. Might just have to exit that trade, take that loss on that trade. I'm down 60% on that. It's not looking good. I think I need to get rid of that here. I'm going to sell it for 81 cents. Only 10 contracts. Let's see if it'll close. And there we go. That just sold for 81 cents a contract. That's in the E-Trade account. In Sophia's account, I still have a small trade on Walmart for this week's expo. Debating if I want to lock in profits on Square. We have a nice $1,400 profit on Square right now. It's still looking really great. I still think it's going to get back up to... I think it could get up to $71 a share. Do I want to take these profits now or hold on to it? I have the November 29th 68 strike call I picked up for $1.04. It's up 51% right now. We have a bid of $1.55 and ask of $1.60. In Sophia's account, I locked that in today. I should have held off a bit. This morning, I sold it right around 68, 68.40, 68.50. I locked in a really nice return in Sophia's account there. Had I held, though, I would have made probably about $2,000 more. Had 20 contracts. So yeah, that sounds about right. Another $2,000 profit I would have had if I held on to Square in Sophie's account. Let's see. Snap is doing incredibly well too here. Let's take a look at Snap daily chart. Guys, look at this. What a beautiful chart here. Snap 1020 cross, currently trading above the 50. Let's take a look and see what they're saying here with Snap. Alrighty, guys. So with Snap, they're saying the average price target's $18.88, up 19.38% upside. The high target is $24 a share, which is up 51.75 from the current price it's at. The low is at $14, so about 11% lower from where it's at right now. So here's kind of the target estimates for the analyst here. This one, they just gave a buy recommendation today. That's probably why the stock's up so much. up. They increased it to $20 a share, 18. You know, that's looking really great here. The stock is only at... I'm going to look at a trade for Snap. I really like that setup there, and I'm going to look for something longer term here. So I'm going to make a trade, but I'm going to look for something longer term. Let me see when their next earnings date is. Because if it's only at 1581 now and it gets up to 18 in a short period of time, that's going to be incredible profits if we just pick up the regular calls. So no earnings until February 3rd. So we could jump into January 17, 2020. We could pick up the 15 strike for $1.50. That's not bad at all there. And that's what I think we're going to do. We're going to pick up the... So here's going to be the trade. I'm going to make this in Sophie's account. This will be the January 17th, 2020. First, let me look at the April. Alrighty guys, so to make this pretty easy, I think I'm going to get the April 17th. If you could check it out here, the January 17th, the 15 strike is going for $1.51 by $1.53. First off, look at the open interest and the total volume. Incredible. A lot more call buyers than there are put buyers. Here's the call buyers over here. Over to the right are the put buyers. Here's the open interest for those puts. Here's the total volume for those puts. And as you can see, here's the open interest total volume for the calls. So many more call buyers than put buyers. And like I said here, if we go with the January 17th, that's before they report their Q4 earnings. If we go with the April 17th, that's going to include that earnings, and it's really not that much more expensive. And at 19 bucks there, we have just about a 100% return. So at $19 a share, we have basically 100% return, and closer to 20. But think about that. $16 a share right now gets up to 20 by April 17th. We have a 100% return on that. That's not a bad trade idea. Or if you wanted something simple, you could go with the January 17th 15 strike. That's going for $1.50. So $1.50, $1.50, you still need that at 15. You still need that at $18 for a 100% return. So $18 for a 100% return with the January 17th expo. Or if you go with the April 17th, you have earnings baked in, and it's not that much more expensive. You pick up the 15 strike for $2.50. Let's see here, change it to April 17th, 15 strike. So $2.42 a contract, break even 15 plus that, $17.42 is your break even, 17.42 and 2. So at $19.84, you have a 100% return if you have the regular calls. But it's probably going to be more than that with time value still on your side. So like I said there, $19 with the January 17th, or giving yourself a few extra months there for Expo for only a little bit more premium here. So that's what I would personally go with. I like that trade idea. I think I'm going to send that out as well as an official trade alert. The 15 strike snap for the April 17th Expo at $2.42 a contract. And you could go with the January at $1.49. So write that down as your trade idea, and we'll get back to that one. Walmart's finally starting to climb here. If we look at the today 1 minute chart, Facebook. Yes, let's look at our Facebook trade idea we're going to talk about now. So Facebook already today, it's almost nearly 201. It's falling back to the 10 now, getting a bounce there. It broke above resistance. And if you take a look here, we've been sharing this chart for quite some time here. You know, Facebook, we traded this when it first had that breakout. Here was consolidation, right? That first candle above was when I entered. And then that's when we said we have a target of 190 to 195. So if you guys remember going back to this time period of right around October, right? We were waiting for that breakout. When we had that breakout, we made that trade probably right on the 11th, and then we had a target of 190 to 195. We got up there, we took our profits, it retraced back down to that 20 SMA, and look at that breakout. Retraced back down to that 20, breakout. Retraced back down to that 10, and it's breaking out again. So the target on this is going to be 205. This is something really nice to pick up a weekly expo on. But me personally, I think Facebook has some room to run. So I personally would like to go with the December 20th. You could pick up the November 29th or the December 6th if you'd like. The December 6th, that's not too bad. The 200 strike at 260 a contract or 360 a contract. If you picked up the 200 strike for this week, you need it at 204 for 100% return, which isn't bad. That's definitely doable. You can make a small trade on that, definitely. Maybe I'll make a trade like that in Sophia's account here. I'm watching to see if Facebook gets a pop off that 10 there. Walmart's having a really nice climb here as well. Facebook's breaking below that 20. I'll wait a bit on Facebook. Walmart, take a look. Finally got that 10-20 cross the MACD. This might be the crossover here for Walmart. You know, Walmart's only down about 0.9% for the day, down $1. Let's see if we could finally have a reversal here at around 11:15 and start to climb for the day. Let's take a look at Square. Square's having another big breakout here. We're now up 63% on our Square calls. So I'm going to show you guys what we're up on our Square trade right now. So right now we are currently up. This is really great here. Take a look at this. We're up 89.62% today. On the total trade, we're up 66%. We just made this trade. What, on Friday? Or on Thursday? We have 25 contracts. We paid $1.04. Now we're up 1,800 on that trade. And that just continues to run there. It's a really nice trade set up there on Square. Anyway, we paid $1.04 a contract for it. So 104 times 25. This was a $2,600 trade. And it's now at $4,337. And take a look now. We are now up 71% on this trade. 71% gain, up $1,837. And like I said, this is a $2,600 trade. And it's now at $44.50. That's incredible, guys. That's really great. And that's the importance. And now watch, this was a 71% gain. When did I make this trade? First off, let's look at the 3-month daily. And you can see here, if we'd made this trade on the 21st, that small little move there just made us 71%. Even if we got in back here, which we didn't, but let me see. When does anyone remember when exactly we made that trade? Let me see. We bought that on the 21st. Here is the actual order. Here is the actual trade on November 21st. And if you look at the chart here, November 21st was... that was right here on this day. Here was the 21st. That's when we entered. And from 67.33 to 69.27, we're up over 70% on that trade. Up over $2,000 today alone on that trade. And that's why it's important to have a few good trade setups. You know, 3 absolute tops. I think the least amount you manage is better. But you could see there, just that nice quick little gain. We're having a little bit of a retracement now. Markets are still holding up pretty well, though. Walmart, too. Take a look at Walmart. But anyway, you know, when you have a few trades, you know, even if you have one stock that's up 2,000, and that's a small trade, I think all you guys could what do you say, could confirm, you know, $2,600. I mean, that's a pretty small trade. So $2,600 trade on Friday and making $2,000 in a short period of time, that's a really nice setup. And that's following our trade plan. You know, and that's why we get some shorter term expos, some longer term expos. If we have a shorter term expo, that means we're looking for a decent move for that period of time, that 1 week. If we get a longer expo date, let's say we get something for the January expo, then that means we're looking for something that needs a little bit more time with. Maybe if it's in breakout momentum or if it's in consolidation, we're expecting that breakout or whatever the case may be, but there's always a reason behind why we're getting the expiration dates we're getting. And that's part of being a successful trader and a profitable trader, is knowing your expo dates, knowing your strikes. If you're buying in the money, out of the money, if you're in the middle of a breakout momentum or you're just starting a breakout momentum cycle, you know, you could pick up some calls that are slightly out of the money. If you're in breakdown momentum, BDM, you could buy some puts that are slightly out of the money. You know, if it's a smaller mover, you're getting something that's in the money or ATM at the money. I'd like to see Walmart start to take off here. Facebook, let's take a look at this again today. 1 minute, came down to that 50, starting to climb. 3-month daily, that chart looks really good here. I think I'm going to make a trade on this. Alrighty guys, so in Sophie's account, I just made a small trade for her. I got the Facebook November 29th 200 strike calls at $2 a contract. Let's see here. Disney's in a perfect consolidation. Look at this. So Disney had a nice breakout, came up to resistance from this morning, 10.05, and right now look at how that's coming up to resistance and struggling. So we could put the consolidation box around this and watch this as well. And there's your consolidation box for a 1-minute chart on Disney. All right, let's see here. Top upgrades. Nvidia has one of the best opportunities to maintain high multiple, Morgan Stanley says in their upgrade this morning. They raised their price target from $217 a share up to $259. Joseph Moore. The thesis, 2020 would mark a return of solid growth for Nvidia in both key segments, namely gaming and HPC cloud, even in a tough semiconductor environment, Moore said in a note. The stock held up fairly well despite gaming and data center falling short of expectations over the course of 2019. At the same time, the stock has not meaningfully outperformed the broader semiconductor group. The weakness seen in 2019 could be a thing of the past as Moore sees catalysts for an acceleration in Nvidia's growth in nearly every vector, even amid a tough semiconductor environment. Ray tracing software, according to the analyst, should generate enthusiasm among gamers for gaming products. Meanwhile, new data center workloads around conversational AI could lead to another leg of data center growth. The Nvidia stock looks expensive on near-term earnings, Moore said, with the anticipated pullback in shares due to an overly optimistic January quarter consensus not materializing. The analyst sees only upside from here. Among semiconductor stocks, Nvidia has one of the best opportunities to maintain a high multiple as 2021 approaches. Moore premised his optimism on the benefits of new gaming products. Nvidia's stock, which has gained about 59% in year-to-date period, traded higher by 2.5% to $216.30 at the time of that publication. And now the stock's above 120, right? Yeah, 220, I mean. So that's a really nice market right there. Nice little segment there. Nice little article. You know, and I love reading things about that because that also gives you a feel for the market, what sectors are doing well, which ones aren't. So let's take a look now. Let's continue to look. Here's Benzinga's top upgrades, downgrades for November 25th. Okay, so the upgrades, ARWR, Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals, from neutral to outperform. Let me take a look at that quick. ARWR. I like looking at these then on the daily chart and seeing if there's any that follow our trade plan. Look at this stock from $25 all the way up to $60. Short period of time. Wow, what a mover. You know, and I'm sure the people who, and see, this is general thinking, you know, the people who got in here, they're like, oh, you know, it's not going to go up much further. You know, it's already had a big breakout, but, you know, from 40 then to 60, another 50% return. Guys, Disney's finally breaking consolidation. Take a look here. There's consolidation. Watch for that breakout now on Disney. All right, let's take a look now. SunTrust, Robinhood, Humphrey changed the rating for CACI International Inc. From hold to buy. CACI. Let's take a look at that. CACI. 3-month daily, that's looking really nice there from 225 all the way up to 240. I want to look for one that's just having that cross. CF Industries Holdings, CF up 2.07% today. Let's take a look at that swing chart. Now see, here's one that you have base support right around $45 a share. It's still trading below the 10-20-50 SMA, but you're finally starting to get that candle above. Guys, take a look at Disney here. Disney chart's rocketing higher here. Take a look. It just broke that consolidation, and it's really starting to climb now. This chart looks nicer for Disney. So here's a consolidation. Here's the big breakout for Disney. Disney's starting to run now. Big breakout, guys, on Disney. There she goes, 149.70, continuing to rise, continuing to climb. 149.68 a share and running. It just broke that consolidation. It had a successful bounce off that 10, and there she goes. She's climbing again, 149.70. Take a look at the 6-month daily. There she goes again, another climb. Alrighty, so we're up quite decently right now. On that Square trade, we're now up 66% on that. There goes Disney as well, continuing to climb there. I'm going to put that back, look for some more setups here. Now Walmart, as you guys know, I have about 12 screens in front of me that I'm looking at. So if you see me jumping from things to thing, from screen to screen, that's because I have a bunch of screens here and I'm just cherry picking here which stocks we want to look at, trying to find the best trade setups for us to possibly trade. And here we go, Disney down below. Walt Disney option alert, December 27th, 147 calls are buying. Netflix option alert, June 19th, 2020 put sweep. Alright, so going back now to the upgrades, downgrades, unusual option activity, price changes here. Let's go back to CF. That's one I was telling you. It's still below that 10-20-50 SMA, but she might climb, and you have resistance right around 48. So if you wanted to get something from now to December 20th, look for that $2 climb, which is about a 5% climb from where it's at right now. You could look for something like that, but to me, not worthy. On to the next one. And this is what we're doing as traders. We're looking, analyzing charts, their setups, and finding those perfect setups for us to trade. Alright, so this one, nice 10-20 cross, breakout momentum, retrace back down to that 50, breakout momentum, consolidation, another breakout, profit taking down to that 20, now it's starting to climb. I'd be looking for a candle above that yellow 10-day SMA there, and then be looking for 168 to 170 as target. Next one. Dick's DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods. So, Bank of America upgraded the stock for Dick's Sporting Goods Incorporation from neutral to buy. For the second quarter, Dick's Sporting Goods had an EPS of 1.26 compared to year ago quarter EPS of 1.20. The current market cap for Dick's Sporting Goods is $3.4 billion. The stock has 52-week high of 41.65 and a 52-week low of 29.69. Dick's Sporting Goods stock last closed at $39.41 per share. And if we take a look here at Dick's Sporting Goods, you can see we've been coming back down and retracing down to that 50 before climbing. It does look, though, like we possibly could have a triple top here. So me personally, I'd like to see that first candle above that 10, 20, 50 SMA for entry, and then look for that 42 as target. But it does have a triple top here. Not looking that hot today, so I'll keep an eye on that. Guys, our Square trade, take a look here. Square's still breaking out here. Look at that Square trade. That was an unbelievable trade we made on Square. Unbelievable. That's now up 75%. $2,500 gain on that trade. Now Disney, take a look at Disney again. Take a look. Everything's in breakout momentum right now, basically. So take a look at the Disney today 1-minute chart. Came back down, retraced back down to that 10 SMA, starting to climb again. It's looking great. Alrighty, back over to the, see, I always jump back and forth. That's why it takes forever to get something done. Something catches my eye. I like looking into it, researching it a bit here. Alright, Energizer Holdings, ENR. Alrighty, so JP Morgan changed the rating for Energizer Holdings from underweight to neutral. For the fourth quarter, Energizer Holdings had an EPS of 0.93 compared to a year ago EPS of 0.83. Energizer Holdings' new market cap stands at $2.9 billion. The stock has a 52-week high of 51.28 and a 52-week low of 32.54 a share. Energizer Holdings stock last closed at $50.19 a share. And as you can see here over to the right, or to the left here, I'm looking at something else to the left. If we go to the daily chart here, we had a nice breakout momentum, profit taking back down to that 10 and a climb. Notice how our trade plan, no matter what stock you go to, you could find a stock that follows our trade plan. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a stock that follows our trade plan, chases back down to that 10, 20, 50 SMA, and we have clear signals. And the stocks that give you, the charts that give you those clear signals, when you have that first initial 10-20 cross and it's looking good, like right here. Take a look at this. Here's that base consolidation. Here's a big drop here. We had a hook pattern formation, base support at 32.50 a share. Had a nice climb there, had a consolidation, then it finally broke that consolidation, and if you guys know, we have that consolidation box right around here. So it broke that consolidation right here on the 30th, and that's your sign, your entry for a call. And if you're entering into a call at $38 a share and you're getting something for a month out, take a look. It went from $38 all the way up to $47 a share. And that there is a huge, massive 500% plus return. And that's what you're doing. You're looking for that trade plan. You're looking for those setups. And if you could manage to, how could I say it? You know, like practice your entries and exits, practice your trade plan, you're going to continually get better and better. But the big thing is, make sure you're not taking too much on at once. If you're making 5 trades at a time, there's no way that you could actually go there and do what you need to do for each of those trades. So managing those trades are extremely important and have to be done properly. Disney, take a look at Disney still coming back down to that 10, continuing to climb. Disney, it broke that consolidation, had a climb there, and we're doing this live on camera. We're talking about, hey guys, look at Disney, how perfectly it's in consolidation. And then once it broke that consolidation, it had a nice breakout there. And that's how we could tell the breakout momentum cycles and phases within the chart and within that trade plan. So again, came down to that 10 and continuing to climb there from there. Let's go back to the thing here. Let's see. Energizer, EQ midstream, Equetrons. All right, FE. Now here's another nice one, FE, First Energy. Now here's one when if you got in at that first, look at this BDM here. First off, that BDM, it broke down, it came up to that 10, broke down, up to that 10, broke down, up to that 10, and it broke lower. First time you have that MACD cross. Here's that MACD cross. You have a nice spread between the lines there. You have that candle that's breaking above the 10-20 SMA on a 1 minute chart. So if you're day trading this right here and you're in BDM, that first candle right here, first off, here's your entry, the 10-20 cross. Here's the red candle confirming your entry. So you're in at 47.51 and then you're covering right around 47.15. So that's a quick profit right there. And then, like I said, you're breaking out and then you're climbing off the 20 this entire time here. Now, if you're going to this, you're looking at 47.55 all the way up to 47.65 as a target for a day trade if you're day trading it. Guys, Walmart's finally starting to break again. Here we go, Walmart, 10-20 cross, it consolidated for a bit. Here's a consolidation candle, and you guys should be able to spot these by now. We've been doing this for quite some time. And there's your consolidation box for Walmart. Nice breakout there. Disney's continuing to climb as well. Nvidia 220.37 continuing to climb. Look at Walmart going, guys. Nice climb there. I think Sophia still has Walmart in her account. Let's see. There we go. We're getting a nice boost there on Walmart now. Our Disney trades up 15%. The Disney November 29th 149 strikes. Square still continuing there. Still looking good. Let me see if there's anything else on this upgrade. Hasbro. Let's take a look at that quick. That's a toy maker. Let's look at the 3-month daily. Guys, look at the hook pattern on Hasbro. Wow. Are you guys taking a look at that? That's something I got to go in the trade room for. Wow, that's looking really great. Now, Hasbro, this is something minimum January expo. 95 all the way up to 100 already. This is a nice looking chart right here. I'm not going to lie about that. That is a really good looking chart. Let's see first off if there's anything coming up with it. Let's look at the calendar. We'll put in Hasbro. Nothing for November, December, nothing, January, nothing. February 6th is their next earnings date. So we could pick up the January 17th, 2020. We could pick up the 97.50 or the 100 strike calls. That's a good trade idea. Alrighty, guys, so I just posted in the trade room. I said trade ideas on Hasbro. Buy to open the 97.50 strike call at a net debit limit order of $4.35 per contract for the January 17, 2020 expiration. Or you could buy to open the 100 strike call for Hasbro, HAS, for the January 17, 2020 expo at $3 a contract. So it's going to cost you either $435 a contract or $300 a contract, depending on what strike you get there. Both of those, though, look incredible. Square's still continuing to run now. We're up 74% on our Square trade. Alrighty, guys, so that's the trade ideas that I wanted to push out today. Give you guys, I'm going to go now and I'm going to try some of these setups. I'm going to send out some of these trade alerts on our new site that we just made. That should be finished by this week. And Tom, if you wanted to give me a call now, you can give me a call while I'm working on that. So I'm going to send out a trade alert now on the new site. If any of you guys want to be some guinea pigs here and see if we sending out these alerts properly and everything's working right, just let me know. And very excited for this. Alrighty, guys, we are looking great. Nice profits today, and I will see you guys in the trade room. Take care, guys. God bless, and I will see you live tomorrow. Take care, guys. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have our Black Friday special up. If you guys want, you can see at the bottom of the screen right here. You could go to www.thesantarelliexchange.com. Use promo code Black Friday, all one word, all capital letters. That's only $799 for the year. Our service is usually $2,400 for the year, and this code's only good for a short period of time here, and we'll be closing that down. So sign up now if you're not a member yet. And I will see you guys. Guys, Square, let me share. Still continuing. Guys, take a look. Here is our Square trade. We have the Square November 29th, 68 strike call. We're up 100% today. We're up 75% on this. And you guys remember, if you rewind this video, we got this on the 21st, so 4 days ago. One trading day last week we had with it, and then today. And as you can see here, already huge profits. $2,287.50 today, and then total so far on this trade since we made it, $1,962.09. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And you know what? I think it's time I take that profit and lock that in. Let's take a look here. Square had a nice run, incredible run there. I'm going to lock in that profit. Let's do sell to close. We'll do for a dollar. I'll see if we could get $1.81 for it. Sell to close. And boom, there we go. It just sold $1.81 a contract. We locked in that nice profit, guys. That was a huge, massive profit we just locked in. Let's look that up quick on E-Trade, and then I'm going to get off here. Nice trade, though, guys, and that's the importance of waiting for those good trade setups, and we could do that together. The thing is, you got to be patient and you got to be disciplined.
Galactic Holdings SPC continue to sell off. You're now down $7.11 here. We're down 6.75%.
Guys, look at this trade here. So here's the Square trade we made. We jumped in for $1 for a contract on the 21st. We sold it on the 25th. Take a look at this. So we got it for $1.04. We paid $2,600 for this trade. We sold it at $1.81. We sold it for $4,512. We had a net profit of $1,899.04. And that's with a small trade, a $2,600 trade. And that's what I mean. You made $2,000 in a couple of days. And that's what I mean. So many people, they want to trade. They think, okay, I got to make 10 trades today to make some money. And that's bullshit. If you guys know how to wait and be disciplined, wait for those good setups like we saw with Square. Let's take a look at Square here. And we made this trade on the 21st. So if you take a look at Square, here was the 21st. This is the chart. This is the day we jumped in Square, right here on the 21st. And it was right around $67.30 a share. We sold it this morning at like $68.90 a share in Sophie's account. And in this E-Trade account, $69.40 a share. And that was over how much was it? Let's see. What is the percent return on this? So $1.81, 1.81, divide that by 1.04. That is a 74% return. And that's a 74% profit in a short period of time. And that's what I mean about following your trade plan, following your guide. You know your targets. We had a target of $70 a share on Square. 65 to 70. We're at now our upper end, so locking in those profits. She might retrace tomorrow and then pull back down to that 10 for the rest of the week. And if it pulls back down to $65 a share, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass for not taking that profit when you had a 74% return in just 2 trading days. So that's the importance of knowing when you could take your profits or when you should take your profits, when you should cut your losses. Walmart's still on the climb here as well. That's looking really nice. If we go to the today 1 minute, we can see here's a consolidation. We broke out from that, had a nice breakout, retraced back down to that 20. Now she's breaking out. So it looks like we have a reversal for the day here. It looks like Walmart's seen its lows at, at what? 11:06 or the 11:04 a.m. candles. It's climbing off that 20 now, looking great. And I'm going to get off now here for the day and go send out some test alerts for the new site and answer any questions you guys have. And like I said, if you guys want to join us, go to www.thesantorelliexchange.com. Use promo code Black Friday. And if you look at the description in this video, the YouTube video, you'll be able to see what membership gets you, the link, and the promo code. So I will see you guys in the trade room, and have a great day, guys. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.